Is faith unreasonable? Picture this, a leap of faith. What are you imagining? Here's how it's usually understood. We reckon that reasonable people live down on ground level. Reasonable people don't leap, they don't believe, they go by logic and evidence. But there are these other people called believers, and such people take a leap of faith and they lose touch with grounded reality and truth, and they pretend to know things that they cannot possibly know. And so on this understanding, believers are leaping in the air with no foundation, while rational people are grounded, living by logic and evidence and reason and all that great stuff. I mean, does that picture sound familiar to you? Well, I'm here to tell you that is not how it works at all. Everyone lives by faith every day. You have to. You cannot get through the day living purely by what you can deduce logically or prove scientifically. We trust the world as it is presented to us, largely. And most of what we trust cannot be demonstrated under laboratory conditions. Every minute we rely on people. We rely on reports and information and instructions. We trust that people will be law-abiding and ethical. We trust that people will uphold health and safety processes. We have no time or ability to keep checking on these things. We have to take it on faith. And more than this, we believe in certain values that you can't prove. We believe in human rights and human equality and human dignity and the sanctity of life. You can't prove any of that, but we live on the basis of these strong beliefs. Millions of people on planet Earth think that they are not people of faith, and yet they believe it's better to give than to receive. That a society should be judged on how it treats its weakest members, that you should be free, that people are not property, that you can never sell yourself into slavery, that you should not discriminate against any kind of person, especially minorities, that it is better to choose people over things and relationships over money, love over power, kindness over status, humility over pride. But none of those are the results of pure logic. They are beliefs. There's no logical argument that concludes, therefore, you should love people. I mean, you might come across a scientific study that reports something like, people who love others are on average going to live 8 months longer, or something like that. But that is not the reason you believe in love. In fact, if that scientific study is the reason you believe in love, then you don't really believe in love, and you may just be a sociopath. But I'm assuming that you do believe in love, and that actually you probably prize that belief more than the truths that you have arrived at via science and reason. The truth is, none of us live life purely according to logic and evidence. All of us are mid-air, living by beliefs that we hold more precious than anything else. I can't prove that all people are equal, but I know it more profoundly than any scientific truth. I can't prove that love is the greatest power in the world, but I know it in a way that goes deeper than logical argument. And if you know these things too, then you are a believer. Welcome to the club. And here's where Christian faith comes in. Christian faith does not tell you to leap up to things that you cannot know. Instead, consider this. You are already a person of faith. You are already midair. That's good, that's fine, that's inevitable. But you need some ground beneath your feet. You do need reasons for your faith. And science and logic don't cut it. If we're a cosmic accident, it doesn't make sense to prize humility and sacrifice. If we are a biological survival machine, it makes no sense to believe in human equality. If we are just matter in motion, then love simply is not the greatest power. But if God is love, if he made a world to love, and if you are made to share in this love, then there is ground beneath your feet. You have an account of reality that actually makes sense of your beliefs. Your faith in equality, sacrifice, and humility makes sense. Christianity does not add to the absurdity of your world. It uniquely accounts to the values you hold, values that would be absurd if Christianity was not true. So don't leap. Recognize that you are already midair, and now ask whether Jesus provides the grounding that you seek. Faith in him will help you to stand.